some years before I went on this most recent Famicom game buying spree, I did end up with a small batch of cartridges as part of a package deal at some point. I didn't even have a really good way of playing them at the time, but I think I mostly just wanted the Valis and the Takashi games. So I really haven't even had a chance to check most of these out for any real detail until recently. So this makes Chase HQ one of only a few carts that I didn't deliberately seek out and buy. Sort of an accidental purchase in a way. In fairness, I do know what Chase HQ is. I know it was an arcade game, but in truth, I've never even seen a Chase HQ cabinet in person. The very first time I ever laid my hands on the game was actually on the Game Boy. Keeping in mind when this came out, around 90 or whatever, it struck me as pretty impressive for being on a portable. And it did feel like the game kind of showed up everywhere, it seemed to me. So I guess I never realized until after the fact that it had never actually come out on the NES. Although you can see why this cartridge did come out on the Nintendo 8-bit console. So it's an interesting question to ask why it never came out over here. I mean, well, obviously they would change the cover art, that's a given. The label art right there is something special, that's for sure. No, I think the real hiccup probably has to do with what's underneath this rather dull gray-looking shell, a special sound chip. As you'll hear once we get to the gameplay, there's a short bit of digitized speech at the start of each level, just as there was in the arcade game. I don't know if this chip was much different or more expensive than some of the other mapper chips that were starting to become more common, but I guess Taito must have did the math and decided it wouldn't be profitable to, re-encode a new chip in English, given that Chase HQ was something just of a minor arcade hit, I guess. Well, very quickly before we bounce into the game, I should really give a nod to the wonderful episode of Game Center CX in which Arino plays through the PC Engine version. In fact, as this series goes on, I expect a few more Game Center CX shoutouts since I've really come to associate Famicom games with that show quite closely. But anyway, enough of this. I don't have a lot much more to say, so let's just get to the game itself. All right, here we are. Title screen. Programmed by Disco. I thought Disco was dead, but I guess in 1989 they were programming Famicom games. Alright. Got some of this artwork going. Right, so like I said, my theory is that sound clip right here, like what you heard, that vocal track, I'm 100% positive that was done on a special chip, and they probably didn't want to expense that chip for the North American release if they didn't think they were going to get their investment back on that. You always want to go with manual transmission, or mission, as it says here, I guess. Normal steering. Now, Arkanoid controller, I wish I had an Arkanoid controller. That would be awesome to try with this. I bet you that'd be really cool. But we're going to have to play with the old regular controller here. Oof, oh, that sounded like an Atari 600 there. Alright, here we go. I'm not the best at this game, but I've been practicing a bit, so we'll see how it goes. Hey. Hey. It's not a good start, probably. First, what are all these tires and garbage cans doing on the road anyway? Yeah, this tunnel... Oh, I went the wrong way! I think I need more practice. That's not good. Okay, I'm just going to turbo boost it here. See if we can catch up. You see the distance meter there is on the right-hand side. Oh boy. Oh, what happened? I'm running out of time. Oh, there we go. So once you get some time back there. I thought I was going to have to continue on the first level. I may still have to. Alright, let's do this turbo boost thing. Yep, it's... Well. I have to confess, I never quite know what I'm doing wrong with these games. Like, you can't really see the curves coming up too far ahead, so it's just... It always feels like you're just sort of plowing along here. Almost got him, I think. 20 seconds left. No more turbo. Oh boy. Oh, come on. Come Come on, a little bit more. Well, we got him, we got him, we got him. Okay, good. Oh boy, that image. Okay. All right, let's go. All right, so I got enough points. Well, I don't have enough points really to get much of anything, do I? I can get, well, let's go for the bumper, whatever the hell that is. Let's go, just do that. And decisions were made in making this game that sort of, once you start playing it, you sort of realize maybe why it wasn't brought over. Although, you know, by the standards of the era, I don't think it's really that much worse than a lot of other driving games of the time, really. Like the first-person pole position roads looks pretty cool, but ugh. Okay, at least that time I went the right way. I'm gonna hit the boost again. I only got 15 seconds to go, and I've only made half the distance. Oy. Oh, not even close to him. Where? I'm gonna have to pull a continue here. Yep. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Still not making much distance up. Just creeping up on him, that's it. There's just so much stuff on the road. I think you can tell this was definitely, you know, an arcade game originally. It's just, they want you to eat those quarters. Okay, we're almost there. 10 seconds. If I can get him on the screen, I should get my time back. Turbo boosting it. Let's go. Oh man, I'm not gonna make it. Oh, the worst. The worst. I've done so much better in practice, but I'm gonna have to continue here. Continue, come on. He's getting away. Continue. Oh, game over? Don't I get one continue? I guess that's it. Well, truthfully, that's about the extent of the gameplay anyway. It's okay. It's alright. It's not my... Oh, can I continue? Let's play a little bit. No, well, you know what? Yeah, let's call it anyway. Maybe it was the bumper. Oh, you know, well, it's going to drive me nuts now. But that's enough. That's good. Let's bounce out of this and get you home. We've seen what this game is. It's okay. It's alright. Let's talk about it a little more and we'll finish this up. So that was Chase HQ. It's okay. I mean, I think in the end it might be a bit too squirrely for my taste as far as racing games, though. The concept is neat, and I bet you playing with the Arkanoid controller is probably really cool. Anyway, that's probably all I have to say about Chase HQ. So until next time, thanks for watching.